can't go. You know you drive me crazy, and you keeping on treating me so cruel. It ain't cool. It's alright to be a fool, as long as I'm a fool for you. So do like you wanna, but baby, don't you leave. I'll take what you give me, baby. Just don't. Sure, you are so special, and I feel special too.
Hey, gentlemen. Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Happy Saturday.
Definitely happy Saturday. Real quick, let me get a little more light in. Hold on, 1 minute. 1 minute.
All right. All
Get a
right.
little more light in here so we can see each other.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, there we go. Is that good?
Yes, it's good. It's
That's a
good.
little better. That's a little better.
So where's the rest of you guys?
The Sean, he's a little late, but he should be here in like 5 minutes. Anthony, he works. He actually does production with Love and Hip Hop. He's actually a communication major and all that stuff, but he does a lot of stuff with Love and Hip Hop. So he's actually in Bahamas right now.
Okay.
He actually just joined in. He just joined in, so we might be able to add him in to the actual conversation.
All right.
Yeah. So if we can get him to add in, that'd be kind of cool. But Sean is on his way.
Okay. So you want me to wait? Is that okay with you guys?
That's fine. We want to wait a few minutes. That's fine. If not, we can proceed and because we're the actual original members of Basic Black. We actually started the group Basic Black. Sean and Anthony Dupree and Sean Jones, they're actually the newest members of Basic Black.
Okay, because
we can wait a few minutes.
Okay. Oh, you want me to start now?
It's however you want to do it, baby. We on your time now. We on your time.
Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome two members of Basic Black. And I know on that, it's Daryl, Walter, Lloyd, and I forgot the other one's name.
Kelvin, KB.
Kelvin. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Kelvin. You guys are the original members. Okay. Right. How did you guys came together and started and came up with the name Basic Black?
From Columbus, Georgia. Basically, we all grew up in Columbus. We were a bag of, and we just did like cover tunes for a lot of different people. And we actually had a lot of different members, but we actually decided, we wanted to work on our own music and create music. So myself and Kelvin, we were actually the original members, and we actually brought Walter Lucho Scott in the group as well. He's a bass player. We brought him in. It was like, man, we wanted to start this group, but we didn't have a name at the time. Yeah. So we were like, hey, let's just put names in a hat. Whatever name come out, that's what we're gonna use. Yeah. And Basic Black came out. Yeah, cool. And the crazy thing is we heard the name, we were like, man, that's not going, that's back in the 90s. And we like Basic Black, man.
We wanted one syllable names.
Yeah, we were like Basic Black. That's like people gonna think we like just basic black people. Like we just basic. We just not nothing. And then we decided, the name actually doesn't, define what we do. We're great musicians, great people, and so we said, we're gonna take that name and make it work. And 20, 30 years later, it's still working. We're still here.
And people that know you knew that you guys were discovered by Teddy Riley, who is the creator and founder of New Jack Swing. Yeah. Tell me about your relationship with Teddy when you first started.
Okay, well, the way we actually met Teddy, like I said, we were a bag-up band. The group Today came to Columbus, Georgia, our hometown. And actually Keith Sweat was there as well. We actually opened up the show. Yeah. And when we opened up the show, we played My Prerogative. We played a lot of Teddy produced music. So once we did that, we actually went backstage and we met Teddy and we met Gene. And we just kind of formed a friendship. We was like, yo, we really trying to get this music stuff. And we found out Gene's grandmother lived in Columbus, Georgia. So we actually camped out, and we found out where she lived. We camped out in front of her house until Gene came back to Columbus, and we kind of bum rushed Gene and talked to Gene, and Gene was like, you know, y'all real persistent. He was like, if y'all ever come to New York, I'm gonna give y'all a job. So myself and Mucho, at the time Kevin was working, myself and Mucho, we actually went to New York on a Friday, got there. Gene Griffin Entertainment at the time was closed. So we stayed the night with the drummer from Guy. His name is Abe. We stayed the night with him. That Monday, when the offices opened up, we went, and Gene was like, y'all really came to New York? And he was like, I'm gonna give y'all a job. And we were the backup band for a group called Today. They had a song called Him or Me, Girl, I Got My Eye on You.
A shout out to Big Bub West, Chief, and
yeah. And you know, they live in Atlanta. Well, Big Bud doesn't, but West and all of them, they live in Atlanta right now. But we were the backup band for that group. We called Kelvin, and we called Kevin like on a Tuesday. Yo, man, you got to come to New York. He was on the next flight out. Tuesday night, he was there in New York, and we stayed in.
We started sound checking.
We
we had to go to rehearsal.
We had to go to rehearsal. And after we was rehearsing, Teddy walked in, and that's how we all met Teddy at the same time. So we actually met Gene first. Gene gave us our gig, and then we met Teddy.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it works.
And
Sean just came in. Let me go get Sean real quick. He just popped up. Give me 1 minute.
okay. I'm gonna wait. I like your shades.
Thank you.
What's funny?
Thank you. He should have been on time on the way running late. He called me before.
Yeah, he get out.
He coming now?
Yeah, he coming in now. But go ahead. We can keep going.
You're breaking out. Yeah, you was breaking out, but everything is fine now.
Okay.
Okay.
And you guys came out during the New Jack Swing era. And your first album, which is your debut album, Basic Black, Special Kind of Fool, Stupid, Whatever It Takes, and the other song that you collaborated with Pete Rock and CL. Tell us about those singles.
Well, basically, the single was doing really well. She's Mine. Actually, She's Mine started out on an independent label.
Right.
It was Sounds of New York. And then the song just started picking up really, really strong. It was picking up New York, California. We had it really going in Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to Jerry Smoking Beat. He broke out the song in Atlanta, and the song started picking up really strong. So Gene was like, well, you know, we got to get the song out there. It got to get bigger and bigger and bigger because major label wants to sign y'all. So we got signed to Motown, and we did a deal with Gerald Busby. He was the president of Motown at that time. Johnny Gills, Boys and Men, all them was on the label. And basically, we pretty much started performing and just performing the song. And then it just started picking up really strong. And next thing you know, Gene said, this song is so strong, we're going to do a remix to it.
Right.
And so basically, he said, I got somebody who already did one to it. I want y'all to check it out. And it just so happened,
P Rock,
CL Smooth did one for us. And we loved it. Yeah. When he played it, we're like, we're gonna go with that.
We chose that remix and we chose that remix. Yeah. So that's how that came about. Yeah.
And that's how it was back in the day when a group first started. They go to a club and tell the DJ, let us perform, play our song, and like people would just be looking, who are they? I was like, oh my gosh, they dope, but you should sign them. And Motown Records, like which is the oldest like a record label of all time. It's like they signed like only the serious artists whose music is like will just keep the fans bumping. Speaking of Basic Black, black was one of the colors that was popular during the New Jack Swing era.
Oh yeah.
The crazy thing is, by you saying that, the group Blackstreet. We were out before Blackstreet. We were out before the Sounds of Blackness. So we were actually the first group that really had black in their name. You know what I'm saying? For us, the New Jack Swing and all that R&B stuff. So we were proud about that as well. But yeah, it was a journey, man. It was really a journey. We performed a lot of places, and being signed to Motown, like you said, they only signed like just the immaculate. And we were so happy because we produced that whole album by ourselves. Like every album that you hear from the first debut album to actually, we have a new album coming out. We still produce all the music. We do all the writing. We do all the arrangements, all the production, all the drum production, the keyboard production, harmonies. Everything you hear is totally Basic Black by the group.
We absolutely play it live too.
Yeah, and it's not a lot of groups can say that. You ask other groups, like, who writes your music? Who did that for you? Who wrote this song? Or I heard we do everything ourselves. So when you heard
and that's a great thing. And when it comes to writing song, it takes time because that's a lot of thinking. How the beat is gonna go, which words to use in each line.
Right.
It's a whole lot of work, but it's great because that way, like the song will go smooth.
Right. But when you got 4 men and we're trying to write a love song, I might think about a female in this way. He gonna think about a female in a different way. So we got like 4 or 5 different ways. We trying to make this one song complete. But God be the glory. He in the room with us when we record and write. He it works out. It comes out every time. So we happy about it.
Yeah.
It's like everybody is different. Everybody thinks differently, and the fact that you guys were able to agree on each song is amazing.
You're right about that. Yeah. It wasn't that easy. You make it sound like it was easy. It was not easy. Trust me. We were recording. I think one day we was recording. We was at Gene House, and I think we had like a fever like 102. Yeah. And we was up there still working on music because we had to get this record done. Yeah. So it's still, we work 24 hours.
Matter of fact, it was Special Kind of Food.
Yeah.
It was Special Kind of Food when we did that record.
Yeah. Special Kind of Fool. And that title of the songs, it speaks a whole lot.
Yeah. And we had, and the lead singer at the time, Daryl Diesel Adams, the voice, he can never, like, we have 2 new singers now, but we never try to replace Diesel. That's why we went in a different route with singers. We didn't try to find someone to sound like Diesel because can no one replace that man, that voice. He had his own thing. He had his own thing. And Special Kind of Fool, he really, you felt that. So when you hear it, you just feel it.
Yeah.
It's like, are you speaking to the woman that you care of, and you just wonder, you just wondering, right. What's going on in her mind. Right. It's like, she's looking at you like, a fool, like, right. Is the fool gonna cheat on me, like disrespect right. me, do all type of things that a man is capable of doing to his woman and the woman that he loves.
Right. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. But it was a big song for us. And the crazy thing was that song was not a single. We had She's Mine, Nothing But a Party, and Whatever It Takes. Those were 3 singles. We did 3 videos. Special Kind of Fool, the DJs just started playing it.
Yeah.
They heard it. It was like, oh, listen to this.
And it took off really big in Houston and California.
Yep.
And after that, we were touring that constantly. Yeah. With that song almost every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Picking up everywhere, so we were playing everywhere.
Yeah, and speaking of those states, Georgia, California, Texas, that's like 3 of the states where R&B is popular. A lot of singers grew up from there. That's where they're from.
Right. Yeah, you're right about that. It's a big thing for us. Yeah.
And I'm speaking of the New Jack Swing era. Which artists besides Pete Rock and CL Smooth did you guys enjoy collaborating the most with, and why?
Well, really, we only really collaborated with Pete Rock and CL Smooth, but working with Today, the group, Big Bub and West and all them, we went on the road. We went on tour with Guy and Today. So that's where we learned a lot about New Jack Swing, because we're from Columbus, Georgia, where I actually grew up listening to Prince and Minneapolis music. So that's what
God rest his soul.
Yeah, that was me. Like, that was Minneapolis, Prince, and that sound, that was me. But when we moved to New York, that New Jack Swing got under me, and I was like, that's it. And we was in the studio when Teddy was working. Like I said, we was on the road with them. We were the backup band for Today, Big Bub and all them. So we learned a lot from them. So for me, it was not really collaborating with a lot of New Jack artists. It's just really working with the architects of New Jack Swing. We were there with the person who created it. We were right there.
And the funny thing about music, it repeats history. Like, if you listen to Guy, Basic Black singer, I was singing with Daryl. They expect Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, actually Charlie Wilson. That sound was just repeated. It was like we're the youth coming behind them, and now those come behind us as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just a repeating cycle of the same kind of sound, more like a gospel. It's kind of like a gospel with an edge street sound when it comes to vocals, anyway. And the lead part is just kind of street. You know, that's what made the New Jack Swing a little different than all the other music. It's a lot more edgier.
Yes.
The drums hit harder.
Drums hit harder. Bass line.
And it just keeps you moving. It just keeps you moving.
Yeah.
That was the only genre of music that was out for just a certain period of time.
Right.
Yeah. It was a feel-good music. When you heard it, you wanted to dance. You wanted to party. It was a slow song, like a Keith Sweat song. You wanted to slow dance at that time.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great era to grow up in. And like I said, we learned from the person who created it. But that's why Basic Black, when people say, oh man, y'all, you know, you kind of sounded like Guy at the time. I mean,
our influence was there.
Yeah, our influence was Teddy Riley. So yeah, we're gonna sound a little bit like that. You know, but we still got that New Jack Swing on the new stuff. We got New Jack Swing, but we got a lot of other stuff. Because like myself and Kelvin, we produce for a lot of other people as well. So we had to change our music styles to fit what's going on today, last year, 2 years, but we still have New Jack Swing in us, you know.
And plus, with our two new singers, they're a little edgier, they're a little bit more street than than we are anyway.
And like, you know, you guys did a lot of performance back in the day. Tell me, what is your what was your favorite place to perform at live and why?
Well, my first is we did
That question.
I think it was Bahamas, Jamaica. It was
Bahamas.
Bahamas. We did Soul by the Sea. With BET did this whole thing called Soul by the Sea, where they had Temptations, New Edition, Boys and Men,
The
Boys, Heavy D, all these people, and we actually performed, you know, at that show, and that was one of the favorites because we were there for a week.
Yeah.
And we was able to hang out with everybody and just meet everybody, and you know, we just had a great time. So that was like one of the best performances for me was that. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Madison Square Garden.
Oh, Madison Square Garden here in New York City.
I mean,
Yeah.
we performed there with just like everybody there. I mean, we was on Budweiser Fest.
Yeah, Budweiser Fest.
It was a Budweiser Fest. And then, I mean, it was like super crowded. I mean, it was just the crowd and the power and the volume of the, you know, the energy, you know.
Yeah.
You felt like, okay, it's time to perform for real, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, and the thing about performing overseas, like you mentioned, the Bahamas, they show you more support than the people in the States. It's like, you know, it's way more lively when you perform overseas in front of a live audience.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You know, I think they appreciate R&B music a little bit more overseas. Here it's so what's the word? It's everything is so fast. You got to come out with music so fast. And I think overseas in different countries, they appreciate the music and really love the artists and listen to it. Where here, everything is manufactured so fast. You know, you got to have a song out this Monday, a new song coming out next Monday, a new song coming out. You know, but, you know, different countries, man, they still love the old album. We still get love. We still get requests to come perform and just all kind of stuff. So.
As a matter of fact, we performed at, with a company called Cruise Control in Amsterdam. And they had us in Rotterdam, France, all those different places.
Right.
And we had a ball. I mean, like every concert we played at, constantly crowded, everybody danced. It was like coming to a Mardi Gras every time we played it. I mean, every night. And so the energy there is really different. Amsterdam was just like Rotterdam, Amsterdam, France, all that was just.
I would love to visit Amsterdam.
Yeah, and
even Japan. And they love Japan too. That was a lot of energy.
And they love. Hold on, we got somebody walked in the house and they moved for a minute.
Yeah. You get on in here.
Let's go. What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Thanks for joining.
Had a little traffic coming. Just trying keep it in Atlanta. We full over here. Everybody's still coming.
So this our new.
This Sean Black Jones. This is the newest member. The newest.
Hey, how are you?
Hey,
Basic Black.
how you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Mhm. And before I ask you guys a question, I have a question for Sean.
Okay.
How is your experience like after you joined the legendary group Basic Black?
Legendary. I like how you
I
say
like
legendary.
that. I like that.
Legendary. I like that.
I like that too.
My I will tell you this. It's been a journey. My experience is that I've learned. These guys have so much to teach, and I'm just glad to be the vessel that they teaches and keep me going. And I strive to get better as they push me to get better.
Yes, and they're great teachers because they've been in the business for years. So they will teach you like, who's real, who's fake, what
Right.
you should do, what you should not do
But
in the music business.
but the cool thing is that we definitely teach him a lot. But by him being a little bit younger than us, we still learn from him because he'll say, "Yo, this is what they're doing in the streets. This is what they're doing."
Yeah.
We do want to get a little bit of radio play, so we got to do something like this. So when you hit a new project, when you hear all that young shit, that's what
It's
it's
based on.
him.
It's based on
When
them.
you hear that new jack, it's me and KB.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
he keep us on our toes. So that's a good thing about it. It's a good blend,
Yes.
because
Uh-huh.
time you can we old school, so we can teach the youngs, but as time progresses, the young got to teach the old too, and
Yeah.
we have to be open to what he want to teach us. So the good thing about it, we're open. We always listen to constructive criticism. We listen to everything. So it works out. That's why the group is still here. That's why we're still around and everything.
Yeah, you guys are moving, Sean. You've been consistent, and that's what I like. And speaking of you, Sean, is like looking at you, you just giving like the people on here Johnny Gill vibes. You look like you looking like the junior version of Johnny Gill.
Your red dress,
Oh,
your
excuse me,
high heel.
excuse me.
Yeah. That's what he do. You gotta come live to see him. Oh my God, the live show is crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys perform live.
Yeah, we definitely ready.
Oh,
All
yeah.
the fans out there, y'all want us to come to your city, hit us up, DM us.
Ready
Our
to go.
management to get with everybody, and we just ready to perform everywhere. We chilling circuit, big arenas, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We don't care what.
Yeah, we don't care what we perform.
Walmart, cooking.
Yeah.
Look at that boy.
Hey, you got the right budget. We'll be in your backyard. Hey, Taylor Swift performed. She did a couch tour where she was the people at homes and performed
Word?
in their living room.
Oh, okay.
The budget was there. Though. You got to pay a couple of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to pay us to get there, but we be on your couch.
Uh-huh.
Be there.
Nigga,
Yeah, intimate. Very intimate.
Yeah, uh-huh. And speaking of like, going back to live performances, a comedian back in the day called AJ Jamal did a opening act for you guys. Like
Right.
tell us about that experience and your relationship with AJ.
Well, we really didn't. We met him that night, so we really didn't have a relationship with him. Cool guy, we talked for a few. He loved our music. We love his comedy and all that stuff, and that was about it. A lot of people that we meet is, oh, we doing a show with who? Who's opening the show? Oh, that person, and we go meet him. We talk, and we chill for a minute, and we move on to the next. So it just all depends. But if they're in the music, then we kind of spend a little bit more time. We try to collaborate, but with a comedian or with somebody outside of the music business, it's a little bit different because we really don't. We're not comedians, so we can't really enhance his career. And he really can't enhance our career. But if we work together, it's gonna be a great thing.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. That.
And
You work with Sinbad.
You were
at
with
the
Sinbad,
Apollo.
Apollo, yeah.
At the Apollo.
yeah, as Sinbad is on one of the
Yeah.
top comedians from back in the day.
Yeah. We worked with him, but the crazy thing is that night at the Apollo, that was for me, that was the scariest night to perform that night. So that was a whole different story.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Then moving forward, after Basic Black came out many years ago, Basic Black put out another album in 2007, Urban Model Basics. Tell us about that album.
Urban Monuments. Now that might have been somebody else.
Yeah, that wasn't
us.
Yeah, Urban Model Basic. That was a different. Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't us.
That wasn't us. That might have been somebody else.
Yeah, that's somebody else. That might have been a rock group or something. Because it's a rock group that actually has the name Basic Black, but they changed the lettering of it. So I'm not sure who that was.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Put out was called Resurrection.
Oh, okay. Resurrection that came out because I know you guys put out an album a few years ago called Resurrection, and
that was it.
Tell us about your singles. I forgot the name of the singles, but tell us about that album. What's the purpose of the album Resurrection?
The single was called Always. That was the actual first single was called The Anthem.
Yeah.
The Anthem was featuring Idris Muhammad. Idris Muhammad actually rapped on
Nothing But a Party.
Nothing But a Party, the original Basic Black album. And what me and Ant wanted to do actually in the writing part is trying to create the basically paying homage to New Jack Swing itself and basically Basic Black. Single, and always we wanted to go left field with it, and wanted something kind of sultry, kind of sexy, but got a good vibe to it. That's what the two singles on Always.
And tell us about the single that you did a mix on Don't Make Me Fall in Love.
Yeah, that was actually off the.
That was on the first album.
Yeah, that was on the first album called Don't Make Me Fall in Love. That was
and you guys put it out again to do a mix, right?
Well, actually, somebody else remixed it.
It was an overseas remix.
Yeah.
Actually.
Okay.
That was one of the songs that, like a Special Kind of Fool, it wasn't a single. The DJ just loved that song, and they took it and did a remix to it, and then they just put it out.
It became a really big house song overseas in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Longer than that style when we went over there as well.
Yeah. So
right.
we put out other DJs that we'll put out. When we release music, we actually release the single, we release the instrumental, we release the acapellas because we want DJs to actually take the music and remix it and do what they want to do for their clubs. Because they give us more publicity and all that stuff. So that's what happened with the Don't Make Me Fall in Love.
Okay, great. So speaking of the songs and projects, are you guys working on new projects right now, working on a new album, EP that you guys are putting out soon?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, we're almost done with this album. Well, this will be our third album.
Okay.
And probably 2 songs from finishing up the entire album?
One.
Maybe one.
One song.
Yeah.
One song. We got everything.
They say one, I say 2.
We one
I'm
song.
like they can go back on something.
We one song ready. Everything is getting I think we have 13 or 12. They get mixed and mastered right now. I'm telling you, from top to bottom. It's
smoking.
We got some features on there. People gonna be like, oh, y'all got, this person's on here. Yeah. It's something for the new audience. It's something for the old New Jack Swing.
Yeah.
I mean, Bruno Mars did the New Jack Swing with Cardi B and all that stuff.
On Dripping in Finance.
Yeah. That was his version. We giving you real.
Real.
You're gonna think. Did Teddy produce that, or did that's the only person you can say because Teddy created New Jack Swing, and we learned from him. So when you hear the new stuff like that, it's crazy. I normally don't listen to the when we finish our music. I normally don't listen to it. I find myself every other day rocking to. I'm listening to what we've done already. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And you guys are amazing. You guys have been moving strong for over the past 2 decades. You guys are looking good.
I'm about to say you ain't saying nothing about how we 2 decades. Hey, look, we still popping.
Slide out. Don't let y'all have all that.
Look, we still popping. What you saying?
We're trying to say we're trying to keep it together.
Yeah. Vegans.
We gotta be stage ready.
Yeah, I'm a vegan, so I try to keep in shape and try to eat right. And
everybody wants to be a vegan in the R&B business.
Hey, 7 years. I'm 7 years.
I'm half vegan because I'm on the vegetarian part of it.
I'm 7 years into it.
You trying to get me full.
I'm 7 years into it.
I tried to get some strong brothers. I can't do
it. If it breathes, I don't eat it. You got to be from the ground. You got to be from the earth. For me, that's what it is.
Next
Mm-hmm.
year, I'm gonna try it next year.
You
Is it
say
this?
you're gonna try to be vegan soon?
Next, I'm gonna give it a try. Next year.
See,
Oh,
the
okay.
first problem is he said, I'm going to try. That's in my vocabulary. Try is not in my vocabulary. I hope it's not in yours. Try is not in my vocabulary. If I'm going to do something,
gotta
I'm
get it.
going to do it.
Yep.
Trust and believe. This album here, we were like, hey, we're going to do this. This album is done. You
Yeah.
hear it.
Mhm.
It's crazy. Look, I got the album up right now. I wish I could let you hear some stuff, but we just can't let you hear it right now.
Yeah, I'm a patiently wait. I'm a patiently wait, and I'll be looking forward to hearing each song on that album.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna love
you're
every
You're gonna love this.
every album, every
You're gonna
song.
love it.
I mean, like we paying homage to Jodeci, New Edition, old New Jack Swing, but the new stuff that's going on right now, everything we got. I can
A shout out to Jodeci and New Edition, who's on the Culture Show with Uncle Charlie Wilson.
yeah.
They're doing a phenomenal job. You know, those gentlemen, they looking good.
That's what Jodeci. Other than Basic Black, Jodeci is my favorite group.
We was just watching them actually.
We was watching
We was just
Jodeci
watching them just now.
before we came in here. We was
watching
watching
on
Jodeci,
concert.
the Culture Tour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, gentlemen, what do you want to tell the people on here?
I want go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, on this new album now, the ballads. Oh my God. I'm just gonna say it like this. If you got somebody special out there, and I don't know, I guess you want to fall in love with somebody, or you trying to get to know somebody, or you trying to get your rhythm on with somebody, this album gonna be the one to do it. I mean, the ballads we got on this album, it's gonna be the girls. It's a girls' album when it comes to the ballads. I'm telling you, they're gonna love these records. I mean, absolutely love them. Am I wrong?
You're
right.
You're right.
Am I wrong?
Definitely.
I'm just saying.
Not just the ballad. Every song is like, I'm gonna give you a few of the titles. We got a song called So Sexy. We got a song called Them Jeans. Touch My Body.
Okay, that's it. Okay,
That
one
right
there.
there. That one right there.
Don't give
So
them no
this album for the ladies. This album for the ladies. Trust me.
This album here is.
And the crazy thing is,
God.
we were worried about doing
Whoa.
when we produce music. When we work on music, we worry about, man, we gotta get up tempo because it's so easy to write ballads and produce slow music.
Mm-hmm.
We were
Dang.
troubled because we had so much up tempo stuff. We had to really concentrate on the ballads.
Ballads for the first time.
Yeah, for the first. So a lot of songs we got a lot of up tempo stuff. So you go to party, you gonna have a good time with the ballads. It's
You
a
gotta
problem.
get you some wine. You're gonna have to lay
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, it would just make you lay back, kick up your feet.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
but let me tell you, y'all something. Y'all can only kick up your feet if if it don't stick.
You're right about that. You're
Uh-huh.
right about that. Trust. You're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. We're happy about this one. We're definitely happy and proud about what's about to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to say something. There's somebody that joined my live. Her name is New Jack Flavor. Her name is Evelyn. All the details about New Jack Swing, like like Basic Black and like Guy, and all the other like popular New Jack Swing artists, and even like the artists that we never heard of.
Right.
And she has all the information.
Okay.
Follow her.
Okay.
Hey,
Cool.
we'll definitely follow us.
Yeah.
Hey,
Definitely.
we got a minute. Bring in live with us. Chime her in. We can talk to her real quick. It's up to you.
Okay. Evelyn.
Yeah, bring her in.
Yeah.
Let's see
I'm
what's up.
Evelyn. I'm gonna bring you in. Come in, Evelyn. Join the live.
That's
Join
what
the
we
live,
do.
Evelyn.
Yes.
New Jack Flavor. Join the live.
New Jack Flavor. What's happening? Space is
That's it.
Black.
Going
Join the
on.
live.
Send me a request.
And Silver Swan, when we come out with the new record, we got to do another interview with you to talk about the album, to talk about the whole.
All right.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah. She said, "Give me a minute."
Oh, give her a minute. Hold on.
Okay.
It might be too late. Give you a
She
minute.
said that.
Oh, it might be too late. Hey, we move to the next, baby. We give you a chance, then we move to the next one.
She can fly real fast. No, hold on.
She's gonna join soon.
Okay.
Hey, we got time. We good. Like I said, we got our, I would pan around the room, but we're in our own studio, so we produce everything in our own studio, mix and master and all that stuff. So we got time. We good.
Shout out to Riff Sounds.
Oh yeah, Nitty Green.
Yes, Nitty.
Yeah, Nitty Green, one of our partners, man. Yeah.
Rip,
Is he in the building? What's up, Rip? What's up, Nitty? Come on, bro. Hey, Nitty Green. We need to get on that vibe.
Okay.
We need to get on that Vibe Social, baby. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
5 sessions. Nitty Green, 5 sessions. Get us on there, baby.
We need to collab on one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You already know what it is. Let's go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like the logo with the B, like on forward and backwards, basic black. That's dope. Who came up with the logo?
Well, Sound of Motown back in the day, they had somebody back then create the logo. But luckily, after years passed, we left Motown, all that stuff. Kelvin actually acquired the logo, so Kelvin actually owns the logo right now. So everything is in house right now. So we good with the logo. That's why you see. I don't know if you can see this. That's the logo right there. You see? Yeah. So we all got a logo. He got it on the hat. We got T-shirts. We got we got a whole paraphernalia with the logo and everything. You see the backdrop.
Oh
with
yeah.
the logo.
Yeah, it is dope.
Yeah, we own the logo and the name and everything, so we good with it. Definitely that.
Mm-hmm.
We have about everything. Where your friend at? Where's she at? What New Jack Flavor at?
New Jack Flavor. She's coming in soon. Come on in, Evelyn. Send me a request.
Yeah, definitely.
You know how Instagram will be acting funny sometimes. Yeah.
You right about that.
You say on the way now.
There you go.
Oh.
On the way now.
And we actually got a second
She's amazing. It's like her IG page is well detailed with artists like you, Guy, Albie Shaw, and all the other artists from the New Jack Swing era.
Oh, okay.
I follow New Jack.
And she interviews people too.
Okay. And we actually got a friend that does sound. He actually does the house mix for Teddy Riley when he go on tour. So we still have friends that still deal with Teddy, Rex and Effects, and all these people, Big Bub, and all the New Jack people behind the scenes doing other stuff. So we still real deep into all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And definitely want to get a shout out to one of the other original member, Walter Mucho Scott. We got a surprise. We got a surprise coming where too. We was in the studio with him last week, so we got some other stuff.
We got some other stuff happening.
Yeah, so this year is gonna be crazy with Basic Black. So
we're
happy about everything that's coming on.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of original members, do you guys planning on getting back together?
Well, with Mucho, definitely the Diesel, as you know, he passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we that was a sad time at the moment. At that time it was definitely sad. So, but with Mucho, we're definitely getting back together. We're doing music with him.
Mm-hmm.
We was in the studio with him last week.
We're working some things out right now.
Yeah, we got about 3 or 4 songs in with him. So we definitely getting back in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely.
It's still family.
To your question, yes, we definitely get back in.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So instead of 4,
Rip Sounds was like we worked with Mucho, and I'm pretty sure that was a great experience.
I'm sorry, say that again.
No, Rip Sounds was like we worked with Mucho.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mucho dope. Mucho fire, bro. Yeah, Mucho is one of the good.
New Jack Swing Flavor is here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
She coming in?
Yeah. Hey, Evelyn. What's up?
Hey, what's that?
Hey,
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Well,
Good to see y'all.
Look, this is a prequel to your interview that we're gonna have with you a little bit later. So
That's right.
we definitely, nice to meet you and everything. Nice of Silver Swan to invite you in. So hey, how you doing?
Nice to meet you all too. I'm a big fan of your music.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We got a new project coming out. About 12, 13 songs. New Jack Flavor old school flavor, new school flavor. It's going to be nice. You're
Cool.
going to get everything.
Forward to it.
Yeah, yeah. It's coming out soon. Like I said, we just getting stuff mixed and mastered now. We actually got the single ready. We're just waiting on the artwork so we can actually put it out. So, but it's coming though. So
It's
we
coming
actually-
real soon.
Yeah.
Like clockwork soon.
Yeah.
So
we
we
had
look
to-
out.
You know, produced by us, produced by the whole group, written by Sean, Kelvin, you know, A. Dupree, and actually the other member, Anthony Dupree, he's in Bahamas, I think. He does production with Love and Hip Hop. So he actually does a lot of TV stuff. So he's actually there. That's why he couldn't be here tonight.
Cool.
You got questions for us?
Yeah, you have a question?
Shoot.
Go ahead.
She's thinking about it.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me join, though. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, not a problem. And we're asking any questions. It doesn't matter what the question is. We don't shout. We don't do a checklist.
Yeah, we don't
Whatever you
care.
want to ask us whatever you want to
Live
ask.
on
Yeah,
spot.
it don't matter.
If it's too bad, we'll do like the president. Next question.
So back in the day, how were you all discovered?
Well, like I said, we spoke earlier. We were a backup band in Columbus, Georgia. We played like different concerts. We played a lot of the radio music, like, you know, My Prerogative, a lot of Key Sweat stuff. We were, you know, a backup band for different shows and stuff. The group Guy came in town. Today came in town. They didn't have an opening act. We actually won a contest to open up the show. So when we opened up the show for Guy and Today, we came out. We played My Prerogative. We played a lot of Teddy stuff. So they got the attention of Teddy when he was backstage. So once we got finished performing, we actually met Teddy and met Gene. And Gene, you know, really liked us. And we were, you know, we from the South, so we really got a lot of hospitality. So he was like, you know, I like your vibe. Y'all can play. If y'all ever come to New York, I'm gonna give y'all a job. So we were like, okay, cool. So long story short, we, you know, a couple of months later, we went to New York and we met Gene. Gene was like, y'all really came up here, and he gave us a job, and the job was being the backup band for this group called Today, which was Big Bub, West, Chief, and Love. They had a song called Him or Me, Girl, I Got My Eye on You. You know, they had all that stuff out. So we were the backup band. We actually went on road performing for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we went to, I mean, from Amsterdam to Japan, all these places. And while we were doing the backup band stuff for them, myself, Kelvin, and Mucho, we still want to do our group, so we worked on music. So when Teddy and Gene actually split, we actually went with Gene, and Gene was like, I'm gonna give y'all a deal because y'all, you know, came with me, and that's how Basic Black really got, you know, got born. You know, we had music already, we were already a group, but when Gene and Teddy split, that's when we came about.
Even though we were live, we were still producing
Right.
in between our own situation, basically. So we were always writing music constantly. We were performing it live, and we also, when we come off the road, we'll be in the hotels actually working on music for songs for our group right now,
Right.
stuff like that. So we were always constantly in music all the way around.
Cool.
We never stopped did it. I don't think we ever stopped doing music.
Right.
So I know on the first album you had Nothing But a Party. Y'all had She's Mine.
Right.
That's my favorite. One of my favorite.
And
Whatever it takes.
there was another one you all released from the album too.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Yeah.
Whatever it takes. Release that. But one of the biggest singles was Special Kind of Food, which was not a release.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That song never was released. It was the DJ just started playing it.
And it took off.
Yeah. And to this day, like maybe 2-3 months ago, Snoop Dogg was on his live playing Special Kind of Food.
He always on it.
He always playing special.
Kelly Price.
Kelly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who else was it? Michael B. Cox.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael B. Cox. Yeah.
Brian Cox.
Brian McIntyre.
Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I know y'all didn't release the second album. Was there plans to release the second album after the first one, like in the 90s?
Good question. It was definitely a situation where we had a second album, but the terms wasn't right, you know, so we kind of disagreed what Motown was trying to do and what Gene wanted us to do. And so we decided really, hey, the best thing for us is to move on. And that's what we did. We moved on, and so we never got to do a second album with Motown or Gene. You know, it just wasn't right for us.
Yeah.
And we had a single that was so hot. Oh my God,
Yeah.
the first single,
Yeah, the single was
it was
called
called No More Mr. Nice Guy.
No More Mr. Nice Guy. And the crazy thing was because you got to realize the first New Jack, people don't really realize the New Jack, like rap artists had beef. You have, you know, rappers going against rappers. The first New Jack beef was Guy and Basic Black. Guy came out with a record called Gotta Be a Leader. If you listen to that record, it says, what it say? The basic move you made was basically a race. Why run a race and be in second place? So they were talking about they were talking about Basic Black.
Wow.
Yeah,
We had to come in.
Yeah, so we came out. Well, we were coming out with a song called "No One Is a Nice Guy" because by us being from the South, we was cool. We ain't really try to start them. We learned from Teddy. We like them dudes. Blah blah blah. But we was like, you know what? We can't keep taking backseat.
Right.
So we were like, "No One Is a Nice Guy." We got a song about to come out, but unfortunately, it never came out. But it was crazy though.
Yeah.
It was, like Kelvin tried to put it on this album. We was like,
I wanted to put it on this album. I really did. This
we was
song
like,
bad.
let it go, bro.
This song,
We cool with Teddy, we cool with Aaron and all them. So we let
And speaking of Guy, like y'all know that Teddy Riley is very soft spoken, but when it comes to him playing the instruments and like singing, he a beast.
with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people don't know he a beast behind the scenes though. You got to realize
Yeah.
when he wanted a certain way, it has to be that way. So, like I said, we work with him. So I'm gonna give you a story. I was in there when I first met Teddy. I'm at the piano and I'm playing my prerogative. You know, because I'm just playing music and stuff, and I'm like, oh, we up in New York. I'm playing the music, and Teddy comes in, yo, you playing it the wrong way. I'm like, nah, I'm playing it like, say the chords are A, C, and E. So I'm playing it with my thumb, A, C, and E.
He was
like,
being blunt about it.
Yeah, but he was like, no, the chord is E, C, and A. So by Teddy being so technical, like with piano players, pianists, you have to finger it a certain way. If you don't finger it the right way, you're actually playing it wrong. So Teddy is really that structure and that taught of, hey, you have to play it the right way. I learned, from ear. I just love music. I let God bring music to me and like, hey,
Yes.
take me there. But Teddy really learned and studied, and so I was fingering it the wrong way. But he made the song, so I had to listen to him.
So
he produced the song.
He played by theory.
Yeah. Teddy plays by theory.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I didn't want to play by theory because if I know to go this way, that's typical. I don't want to know to go here. If it feels good, it might not be right, but it felt good. So let me do this. You know how y'all do it, y'all have that little sexy position. Hey, hold up, that ain't right. Baby, that ain't right, baby. But it felt good. Can you do it again? That's how we do it music. It might not be the right way to do it, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get that pinky toe out of there.
All right. You have any more questions, Evelyn?
I think I'm good. This is your interview, so I'm gonna let you.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, I just want to, say thank you to the Basic Black for stopping by to be special guest on my podcast this Saturday evening, and to Evelyn of New Jack Flavor. Follow her. She's well detailed about the New Jack Swing era. Thank you, God, so much for joining my live, and you have a blessed evening.
Thank you.
Silver Flame.
As well.
Thank you.
Okay. God bless.
New Jack Flavor, hit us up. We'll do an interview on your cast too.
Cool.
Just let us know. And once we come out with the new album, Silver Swan, definitely hit us up. We want to come back and talk about the new album and play
All right.
new music so you can hear it. The fans can hear it too. So we'll keep in touch.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
All right. God bless you.
God bless. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.